You can feel the tension in the air as we move into race day here in Monaco. It's a track that requires the full concentration of the drivers with zero margin for error. It tests their skills to the absolute limits, so no wonder it remains a fan favourite. The prestigious Circuit de Monaco, then, is not all that dissimilar today to the layout that made its debut almost a century ago. It's 2 miles and 19 corners through the streets of Monte Carlo. And although the average lap speed of around 93 miles per hour is the lowest of the season, the tiny margins for error make it the natural habitat of the safety car. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Yuki Tsunoda lines up on pole position, just ahead of George Russell, who starts this event from P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Hamilton, Verstappen, Andrea Kimi Antonelli, and Leclerc, Norris, Piastri, Fernando Alonso, and Carlos Sainz, Lawson, Hadjar, Alex Albon, and Stroll, Gasly, Behrman, Nico Hülkenberg and Esteban Ocon. Doohan and Gabriel Bortoleto rounds off the grid. Now it's almost time for lights out, so let's go down to the track. And alongside me here today in the commentary box, Anthony Davidson. Now, you're the racing driver in this partnership, so tell us about this racing driver. Put us in their shoes. How are they going to be feeling?
Well, you've got to be prepared, Crofty. Before you even step foot inside the car, you've got to know, you've got to have a pre-race game plan. You've watched videos before you get into the car of previous races gone by. You know where you have to place your car if X, Y, or Z happens in front of you or behind you. So having this clear game plan is absolutely essential before you get in the car.
Okay, radio check, radio check.
Radio check, okay.
DRS now enabled. DRS enabled. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. If you think you can get past, make use of the overtake button and see what you can do. That was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. Well done. Look out for a bit of understeer when trailing the car ahead. They're going to be giving off dirty air, which is going to affect our tyres, so try to get past. Okay, no issues with tyre wear for now. Keep taking care of them. Good job, that was the fastest lap of the race so far.
Checkered flag.
Okay, P2.
It's Yuki Yahoo! Yuki Tsunoda wins!
A great display of dominance today, Crofty, by this driver. They led from lights out to the flag at the end, led every lap of the race. Brilliant stuff by them, and excited to see what more they can do in future races.
It's what they've all been racing towards, waiting for them. High above the pit lane is our podium. And for the lucky three, it's time to stand on it. What a victory for a very popular young man. Yuki Tsunoda takes the top step today. And with that, we wrap up another weekend of motorsport action. But with more races lined up, be sure to join us when we come back with more Formula One.